ice skating, for all its grace, is a brutal sport.
It's the mind-boggling, eye-popping, drop. It's the mind-boggling, eye-popping, all that gets set for goosebumps.
Since the last Olympic Games, snowboarders and skiers have perfected a trick called the quad cork. It's 5 full spins and 4 full flips, all in the span of about 3 seconds.
Which raises an interesting question. Are we at the limit of how much a human can turn and flip through the air? As amazing as the quad cork is, it might not be the limit, because snowboarders and skiers get hang times of close to 3 seconds. That may not sound like much,
but you know who spins a lot faster than that in way less time?
pretty much mandatory for the top male skaters.
I turn off the lights, I got off the wires. When I close my eyes, disconnected and tired. I see.
Researchers at Brigham Young University actually attach sensors to skates to record the impact forces of landing big jumps.
From the data that we've collected with the instrumented blade, we found that skaters land with somewhere between 5 to 8 times their body weight.
We're going to find out what it takes to spin your body 4 times in the air in a fraction of a second, and why spinning 5 times could be almost impossible.
Are trying to stay healthy. Maybe they wouldn't take the risk.
What the hell did you just say?
Got off the wires. When I close my eyes, disconnected and tired.
完成度を高めると同時に勝負の世界で生き抜くための新たな武器、それは4回転アクセル。
普通のトリプルアクセルよりも明らかに上に上がらなきゃいけないし、体も吹き飛ばすようなイメージで飛ばなきゃいけない。でそれをやっていくと軸がぶれちゃうので、今度回転につながらないんですよ。ちっちゃくジャンプ飛べば回転をすることはできるんですけど、回転数が足りるかって言われたら足りないっていう、そのジレンマが結構あって、そこが第一関門で、それはだいぶ越せたかなって思ってるんですよ。4回転半っていう今まで形が見えなかったものがなんとなく形としては見えてきてるのかなっていう、世界選手権をその4回転半の練習のモチベーションにしたいなっていうふうには思ってます。
The quintuple jump, is it possible?
To pull off a quint would involve even faster speeds, so fast that Richards doesn't really think they're possible.
In order to land a quint, most of them fail in the air. They adopt a position that doesn't enable them to spin as fast as they need to complete the jump.
Clearly, the quintuple remains a thus far elusive feat.
So we're probably not going to see a quint anytime soon.
What the hell did you just say?
Want to know what 5 rotations feels like?
早稲田大学の通信課程で人間情報科学を専攻し、スケートと両立してきた羽生選手。卒業論文を書いていたといいます。
フィギュアスケートにおいて、そのモーションキャプチャー技術っていうのはどれだけ使えるかっていうのと、あとどういうふうな展望があるかっていうのを、まとめた論文です、基本的には。
こちらが羽生選手の卒業論文。 3D モーションキャプチャーによるジャンプの研究。自らの体に動きを記録するモーションキャプチャーをつけ、実際にジャンプを飛びました。それをデジタル化したのがこちら。3回転半ジャンプ、トリプルアクセルの細かい動きがわかります。世界トップの技術を持つ羽生選手ならではの研究で、将来的に選手の技術の向上や AI 採点など、スケート界の発展に役立てたいと願っています。
練習する時間が少なくなってしまったからこそ、勉強にすごい集中できてて、で、自分の論文を完成させられたことが一番動いたことかなと思ってます。
卒業論文は7月末に書き終え、現在はスケートの練習に集中。世界初の4回転半ジャンプ、4回転アクセルの練習に取り組んでいるといいます。
But getting that quad down perfect is tough. They have only their leg muscles to propel them about 1.5 feet off the ice. And then they've got just about 0.6 of a second to rotate and land. If you've ever seen a skater spin, you've got the idea. They start with their arms extended, and as they pull their arms in, it causes the rotation to speed up. Same thing when they're in the air. That's because of something called the conservation of angular momentum. Angular momentum depends on both the speed of the skater's rotation and the position of the skater's body relative to the axis. That's the center of their rotation. The closer the body parts are to the axis of rotation, the faster they spin. And then, of course, there's the landing.
Alastulossa, jolloin se on kahden jalan alastulo. Jos vain kärki siinä hiukan hipasee, vähennys on pienempi.
Ai. Parha virhe kahdelle. Tässä tulee tuo 1, 2, 3, 4. Kyllä.
Vajaaksi se jää.
It's just fired. I see you go down, yeah, I see you go down. I see you go down, yeah, I see you just fired. Third time finishing with the bronze medal. I see you go down, yeah, I see you go down.
Mind you, these are some of the world's best athletes.
Wow, that's crazy. When you see people spinning and they make it look really easy, remember that it really, really is not. In fact, it's right at the edge of what is humanly possible.
It's just fired.